Hello, welcome to today's video. My name is Olaniro John. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to draw shapes in Adobe Illustrator. Why is shapes important? Okay, one of the elements we have in design is shape. So that's the reason why shape is actually important in design, because there is no way you're going to make a social media flyer without using an element of shape. Okay, it can either be a square shape, a rectangle shape, a circle, and so on and so forth. Even line, okay, as simple as line is shape. Do you get my point now? So in Illustrator today, I'm going to be showing you how to draw this shape using our shape tool and how you can do some little modification to this shape. Okay, so now let's get started. If you want to draw any shape in Adobe Illustrator, come to what I'm talking about now is simple shape. When you want to draw any simple shape, and why do I call it simple shape? Okay, if you look at the basic shapes we have, the basic shape we have circle. Circle is one of the basic shape we have. We have square, we have triangle, we have line. These are the four basic shape we have. Okay, so even in design, you will know that in design we even categorize shape, okay, into 2D shape, 3D shape, some we call them organic shape. So now I'll be showing you how to draw simple shape first, okay, before we go to other part of this video. So now to draw a simple shape in Adobe Illustrator is very simple. All you have to do is to come to this shape tool here. This one with circle, can you see? This one you have your rectangle tool, can you see? And the shortcut for that is M. The shortcut is M. Okay, the shortcut is what? M. So now you will click on it. So if you click on this now, it give you options to draw a rectangle. Can you see now? So I have my rectangle here now, as simple as that. So I told you we are not drawing only rectangle. So if I want to draw that shape now, let's assume I want to draw a circle, which is what I'm going to draw right now. I want to draw a circle. This is what I will do now. I'll come to this shape tool, but right now I will not going to click the shape tool directly. Okay, I'll right click. Either you are using your laptop mouse or you are using a normal mouse. All you have to do is to right click. So when you right click, what's the reason why you have to right click? Because I told you that anywhere you see this short icon here, like a little triangle, like a little sorry, like a little triangle here, it means that there are some other drop down icon there, right? Good. So when I click on this now, this is what I have. I have my rectangle tool, I have my ellipse tool. Okay, so now what we want to draw is a circle. So if you want to draw a circle, all you have to do is to click on ellipse tool. Okay, ellipse tools. Now, if you want to draw a perfect circle, if you want to draw a perfect circle, there is something you need to do. Okay, there is something you need to do. You need to hold on shift on your keyboard. Okay, you need to hold on shift, then you now draw with your cursor. Can you see now? So that's the reason why I was able to get this perfect circle. Okay, so now let's check what is going to happen if I didn't hold on my shift. Can you see? It's actually so difficult to draw a perfect circle. Do you get it now? Good. So it's actually difficult to draw a perfect circle because I didn't hold on my shift key on my keyboard. So now if you want to draw a perfect circle, always remember to hold your shift key, then you use your cursor to do what? To draw. Can you see now? Good. So now we have been able to draw a rectangle, a circle. Now another basic shape we can actually draw is square shape. Okay, square what? Shape. Now if you want to draw a square shape, it's very simple. All you have to do is to go back to this your two, okay, your is to go back to this your shape area. Okay, so what you are going to do now, since you see that the one highlighted is actually the ellipse tools, you are not going to click on this ellipse tools. Okay, you are going to click on the drop down icon here. Can you see? Then you are going to click on rectangle again. Okay, you are going to click on rectangle, or you can easily press the shortcut on your keyboard. And the shortcut, remember that the shortcut for rectangle tool is M. Do you get it now? So remember that what we want to draw now is a square shape. A what? A square shape. So now take note of something. When I wanted to draw this my rectangle, then I didn't hold on any key. I didn't hold on any key. So it means that anytime I want to draw a rectangle, I don't need to hold on any key. Can you see? All I just have to do is to click on my rectangle tool, then draw with my cursor. But now I want to draw a square shape, not a rectangle shape now. So for me to be able to get a square shape with this my rectangle tool, I need to hold on shift. Okay, I need to hold on shift, then draw with my cursor. So now take note of what is going to happen now. So can you see now? Good. So create I was able to create this square shape now because I hold on my what? On my shift key. Do you get it now? Good. So another basic shape we are going to draw now is line. Okay, another basic shape we are going to draw now is line. Okay, so now for you to draw line, all you have to do is to come to this your what? Rectangle tool area. You click on the drop down icon, you right click on it, then you click on what? Line segment. Okay, line what? Segment. So this is it now. I was able to, okay, so I have to give it color. So it's not showing any color now. So I will have to give it color. I intentionally leave it like this. Okay, so that when we get to a particular place, I'm going to explain something to you. Okay, so now my line is not visible, right? Because I didn't give it color. Okay, so now another basic tool we want to draw now is called a triangle tool. Triangle. Okay, triangle. So if you want to draw a triangle tool, all you have to do is to come to these two our shapes tool area, click on the drop down. Then now you are going to click on polygon tool. Okay, because there is no option for triangle here. There is no what? Option for what? For triangle here. But there is a way to actually draw it. All you have to do is to click on polygon. Okay. So when you click on polygon, you can easily double tap. Okay, you will double tap. So when you double tap, you will have something like this. Remember, a polygon is going to have six sides, right? Six equal sides. Why a triangle is going to have only what? Three equal sides. So what we want to do now is to just draw a triangle. So instead of having this side to be 6, we are going to write 3. Okay, and you will click on OK. So can you see now? So this one doesn't have a fill also. It doesn't have any color. Do you get my point now? So basically we have been able to draw some simple shapes we have. Okay, we have been able to draw some simple shapes we have, and which is our triangle, square, circle, rectangle, and even what? Line. So now, listen attentively now. I've been able to draw 5 shapes there, 5 basic shapes here now. 3 are actually visible, 2 are not visible. Why? I know that's the question you're asking yourself now. And that is what exactly that I'm going to explain right now. Okay, when you are working in Illustrator, there is an area you have to take notes. There is an area you do what? You have to take notes. Okay, and that area is this your tool area. Okay, it is your toolbar area. And what does this area actually means? It means that it give you power with the help of these tools to achieve anything you want to achieve, either to give a shape a color or to even remove the color. Do you get my point now? So now I told you that three shape actually have a black color now, two doesn't have a color. Okay, why? Because I didn't give them a color. I only give these three a color. So let's assume you have a shape like this now and you want to add a color to it. That's when you are now going to make use of this area. Okay, and the area you are going to work with particularly is this area. Can you see? You can see this area where we call fill and this area where we call stroke. We are coming back to stroke. We are going to work with fill first. Okay, what does this fill means? It means that it gives you options to actually paint any shape or any object in Adobe Illustrator. So it means that when anytime you see a red line that crosses the circle that crosses the space like this without any color, it means that anything you are drawing, any shape or any object you want to draw, we know is not going to have what? A color. Do you get it now? So take note of this area. Anytime you see this red line that crosses it like this, it means that there is no fill. Fill means adding color. Okay, fill means what? Adding color in Adobe Illustrator. Just like the way if you have a container and there is no water inside. Okay, if you want to add water, what do you need to do? You need to fill it with water. So I'm just using that illustration to explain the work of fill here. Do you get my point now? Good. So for you to add shape to the one that doesn't have shape, then there is something now you have to take note, which is your selection tool. What is the function of selection tool? The function of selection tool give you access to actually select an object. It actually give you an option to what? To select an object. To select an object in Illustrator. So when my selection tool is activated, I have the opportunity to click on any of these shape. So which now give me access to further customize the what? The shape. So now this is our rectangle here that doesn't have a fill, and I've been able to select it with the help of my selection what? Tool. Do you get it now? So the next thing for me to do now is to make use of my fill area. Okay, so all I'm just going to do is to double tap on it, then a color area is going to open for me, which will give me access to actually select any color of my choice. Do you get it now? So now I want to fill everything with black because we are not working with color here. We are only working with shapes. Do you get it now? So I'm going to fill it with black. And what's the color code for black color? Everything is what? 6.0. That's the color code for what? For black. So I'm going to click on OK. Double tap. You have to fill it with black. Black. Okay. Good. Make sure that the color code is set as what? 0000. So that's the full black we have. So can you see now? So with the help of fill, I was able to add color to this what? To this triangle now. Do you get it now? You can see it's as simple as ABC. I've promised you that I'm going to simplify everything in Illustrator, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Video by what? By video. So now let's continue. So remember we still have a shape that we doesn't add a color to, and which is our what? Which is our line. Okay, which is our line. So now for you to add a color to this your line also, the next thing you need to do is to click on this fill area, double tap on it, then you select your black. Okay, then you click on OK. double tap, make sure you select it. Okay, so okay, so can you see now? But it's not actually showing very well because it's a line, so I have to zoom in. Can you see? Can you see it has the color there? Okay, good. So now everything is visible and we can see what we have done so far. Now another option for you to add color to this shape now without going to this fill area is by making use of this your control area. Okay, is by making use of this your what? Control area. Remember I told you that anytime, what's the function of a control? It gives you access to do what? To control something to how you actually what? Need it. Do you get my point now? So with this now, you can easily come to this color area here and select any color of your choice. Do you get it now? So good. So we have been able to draw a simple what? Basic shapes in Illustrator, right? Good. So now let's proceed. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. So I will have to group these and move it away to my pasteboard area so that I can always have a space to work with in my what? In my artboard. So now I've explained how you can easily create a simple shape. Now I want to show you something. Okay, I want to show you something. And this something I want to show you right now is how to work with a shape that has a stroke. Okay, how you can easily create a shape that have a what? A stroke. Okay, so we're going to make use of all the basic shapes we have here. Okay, so the first one is our rectangle. So we are going to click on our tool area. Then we are going to what? Create the rectangle. Good. So we have known how to do this, right? So same thing also, I'm going to draw my perfect square. I'm going to draw my perfect circle first. Okay. I'm going to draw my perfect square now. I believe you know how to do that. Good. So I'm going to draw I'm going to draw my triangle also. Okay. So since I've actually set the side to 3, then I can just do what? I can just create my triangle. Okay. So I'll leave it here now. So I've actually have this basic shape now. Okay. So I said what I want to show you is how to have a shape with stroke, right? Good. So since we have this basic shape, for us to add a stroke now, what we need to do is to come to this our fill area here. Okay, come to this area. Remember I told you that this fill give you access to actually pour something inside the container, right? While the stroke is for you adding some extra what stuff. So now when I click on this stroke now, I can easily activate it. And just like the way I was able to add color to it through my fill, I can easily double tap on it also and add color. So now I'm not going to add black so that we can see the difference. Okay, so let's use yellow. Good. So we have this yellow now. Okay, so can you see what have happened? Oh, because I actually highlighted everything earlier, the stroke of everything actually changed to yellow. So I'm going to undo that using my Ctrl Z. Then I'll select only one shape so that you can see what I want to explain. So now I'll double tap on my stroke area. Then I'll select the color I want to use for the stroke. I'll set it to yellow. Then I'll click on OK. So can you see now? Now take note of something. The stroke is not visible very well, right? Why? I know that's the question you're asking yourself right now. The reason why is because the weight of the stroke cannot be visible due to the fact that we have black as a fill color, then yellow as a stroke color. And you remember the rule, and you will remember one of the principle of design, which is contrast. Okay, so contrast is actually taking place there now, because we don't have a lot of contrast within the yellow. You can't compare the contrast of the yellow to the black, so that's the reason why the black is more visible than the what, than the yellow. But there is another way to actually do that, and another way to make our yellow stroke visible is by adding to the weight of the stroke, is by adding to the weight of the what, of the stroke. And if you want to add to the weight of the stroke, what you need to do is to come to this control area. Come to this control area. Can you see where you have stroke? Then you can easily add it. So let's assume we want to have 10 now. Make sure you select it, and that's the function of your okay. So let me use that one to explain something. If you did not click on this select, if you did not select anything and you are taking any action, it won't affect what you intend for it to affect. Do you get my point now? So remember, we want to increase the weight of the stroke of this shape, right? But because we did not activate the shape by clicking on our selection tool and selecting the shape itself, nothing is happening. So now we have actually clicked on our selection tool, we have selected the shape. So anything we are doing now will actually reflect on the what, on the shape. So now let's increase the stroke. Can you see now it's more what, visible? Do you get it now? It's more what, visible now. Good. So it's as simple as that. It's as simple as what, as that. Okay, so now if you want to do the same thing for this your yellow also, for this your circle rather, you can click on circle, then you come to this what, area here. You double tap on this. Now let's use another color. Good. So, and you can also come to the what, to the control area to increase the stroke. Okay, okay, can you see now? Good. And so it's as simple as that. So we can easily replicate the same thing for this. Now I want to show you something also now. Because we actually use red for the stroke of this, automatically you're going to have the red color here. So if I want to activate the red color to be the stroke of this square shape, all I have to do is to click on it. Can you see? I'll just click on it here. So you can see that's actually affected this. All I have to do now is to increase the what? The stroke weight. So I can increase this to 5. Then same thing also here. I can increase the what? The weight to 5. So can you see now? It's very simple. Okay. So the next question in your mind now is, if I've actually activate stroke to either any of my shape and I want to remove the stroke, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? I know that's a question in your mind right now, so I'm going to answer the question now. This is how to actually do that. All you have to do is to click on your shape, come to this area also, then you select on this. Can you see? None. None. So it means I've actually have a stroke. I've actually have a stroke activated to this what? To this shape, right? But now I don't need a stroke again. So just come here and take away the what? The stroke. Remember, because I didn't activate the selection tool and I didn't click any of the shape, nothing actually happens, right? So now I've selected the shape. I'll come to this area, then I'll click on this. So can you see now? That's actually what? Disappear. So we don't have a stroke here again. Do you get it now? Good. So same way also, you can also do without a fill. Okay, you can also do without a what, a fill. You can just have a stroke without having a fill to a shape. And how can you do that? Come to this area also, but make sure you are tapping on this fill area. Make sure that the one available here is the what, is the one you want to edit. So this is fill, this is stroke. Take note, this is fill, this is what, stroke. So now I want to remove the fill color for this shape. Okay, so I'm just going to activate my fill, then I'll select None. So can you see now? It's as simple as that. It's as simple as what? As that. So now we have the fill. We have the stroke rather. We have the stroke activated, but we don't have any color for the fill. I know you are looking at it. How am I sure? Because you are still seeing something like white here, right? Okay. So the reason why you are still seeing this white is because the color of your artboard is white. You get my point. The shape does not have any fill. And how can we confirm that? We can easily move it our paste board area. So can you see now? Good. So Control Z, we have it back here. So don't forget, we actually create our line then also. We actually create our line. So if you want to add stroke to your line also, if you want to add stroke to your line, follow the same process. Okay? Follow the same what? The same process. I did something right now. I did something right now. I actually copied my shape from here to this area. How did I do that? What I just did is to select my shape. Look at it right now. I'm going to do it again so that you can take note of that and for you to practice also. So I click on the shape, then I'll press Alt. Okay, I'll press Alt on my keyboard, then I will drag. So when I press Alt, can you see these two things now? We have a black and this white. So it means that I have the option to actually duplicate the shape now. So I'm going to drag it to this my area. Then can you see now? Good. So it's as simple as that. So if you want to add a stroke, follow the same process like what we have did earlier. Come to this area, click on stroke, then activate the color of your choice. So another way for you to add a color, if you don't want to double tap on this area, you can just come here. Can you see this color segment here? Come here, then tap on the color. So can you see now? Good. So it's as simple as that. So now, so far so good, we have been able to create a simple shape. Okay, we have been able to create a simple shape. We have been able to know how to add fill, how to remove fill, how to add stroke, and how to remove stroke, right? Good. So another thing before we proceed is I'm going to show you that other we have some other ways to the stroke. Okay, it doesn't mean that you are going to have that this is the only stroke options that we have. Okay, there are some other stroke options that we have. And for you to do that, click on your shape. I'm going to use this one as an example now. Then I will come to this area, uniform. Can you see? Can you see what happened? Let me press Ctrl Z now so that you can see what we have earlier. Can you see? Can you see now? So let me just duplicate it so that you can see the difference. So I've actually duplicated it now. I've actually duplicated it now. What's happening? I hot duplicate. Can you see? So I come to this area, then I change the word. So if I click on any of these now, it's going to change how the stroke actually applies to the word, to the shape. Do you get it now? Can you see now? So same thing also if I come to this my brush option, if I click on this, so can you see now? Can you see what we are having? So it means that if you still want to customize your stroke, that you don't want to have a normal stroke like this, that you want to do something interesting with this stroke, you have in this your control area, you have this tool option to do that. Do you get it now? So the last thing I want to do now is to show you how to add a dash line as stroke. How to add a dash line. Okay, this is actually a joined line, right? Good. Now, if you want to have a dash line, how are you going to do that? Click on any of the shape you want to use and come to this property area. Okay, come to property area, Then open your appearance panel, then your stroke. Okay, look at what I'm doing now. Let me start over again now. Click. Remember what we want to do. What we want to do now is to add a dash line and stroke instead of the joint line that we have here. We want to add a dash line and stroke. Okay, so I'll click on the shape, come to property area here in my panel, come to property panel area. I'll click on property panel. I'll click on it. Then you will see an option for what? For this. Take note of this. And what does it say now? Open the appearance panel. So I'll click on the appearance panel. Then I'll click on what? I'll click on my stroke. So then I can now change the what? The profile. Okay, I can have a dash line. Can you see? There's an option for dash line here. So I'll just click on it. Then I have the option to reduce the what? The dash part. So I can reduce it to 5. Okay. So see what is going to happen now to my shape. So I didn't activate it. Let's go back to it again. So I've actually activated it now. Then I'll click on this. Then I'll open the stroke area. Can you see? Good. I will click on dash line. Okay. Then can you see now? So instead of having this our joined line now as a stroke, this is what we have. This is what we have now. So can you see? It's as simple as ABC. What you need to do is to click on the shape, come to property area, click on this three dotted line here. You are going to see an option for appearance panel. Then click on the stroke there, okay, and click on dash line. Can you see now? Good. So it's as simple as that. I can cancel that now. So good. So have you been enjoying the class so far? Let me know in the comment section. So let's proceed now. We have been able to do little things here now, but before I end this video, I still want to show you something more. And what is that thing? Is the function of your direct selection tool. Okay, the function of your direct selection tool and how it applies and how you can use it. Okay, what does the word direct selection tools means? Your direct selection tools give you access to actually customize the shape the more. Okay, so now we are going to be using one of these as an example. Have you ever think about it that how is it possible for you to be able to create a rounded corner rectangle in Adobe Illustrator? Just imagine it now. How will you feel if you are able to create a rounded? Remember, what you have been having so far is just a straight line. What? It's just a straight corner, just a normal corner what rectangle. Now think about it. How will you feel if you can now create a rounded corner rectangle in Adobe Illustrator? And that is one of the function of direct selection tool. Okay, so now let's duplicate this. So let's duplicate this and work with it. So I've actually duplicated this now and I've activated my direct selection tool. So with this direct selection tool, anytime I click on this, it gives me access to be able to customize the shape a bit. Now let's assume I want to create a rounded rectangle, a rounded corner, I mean a rounded corner now. This is what I'm going to do. I'll activate my direct selection tool. Then I'll work with this. Can you see? We call this. Can you see? Can you see this area inside now? Just take note of the difference now. When I click on my selection tool and I activate this, okay? So the option is still available, but we have more that we can do with that. Okay, so now just click your direct selection tool. Can you see now? Then drag this area. So I'm actually what? Creating my rounded corner. So can you see now? So we now have a rounded corner what? Rectangle. And I can do the same thing to my triangle shape here also. Okay, I can do the same thing to my rectangle, to my triangle shape here also. Good. So all I have to do is to click on this. All I have to do is to click on it. Good. Can you see now? But now let's imagine we want to have two sharp corner and two rounded corner. What's going to happen? How are we going to do that? All I have to do, let's duplicate our shape and work with it. We will duplicate the shape now. Can you see? Good. So I'll activate my direct selection tool. Then I'll click on it. Click on it until you see this thing. Let me zoom in very well. You will see that you can see that there is something activated there now that does not apply to others, right? Good. Then I'll hold on my shift. Then I'll tap the area I want to corner also again, like this now. Then I can now drag. So can you see what's happening now? So I can even drag to this end. Can you see? So it can actually help me to create something like this. Can you see now? Good. So it's as simple as that. Then I can just have a minimal rounded corner there. Then we still have the two other words, sharp corner here. Can you see it now? Good. So it's as simple as that. Then there's an option also, one of the function of the direct selection tool and how I can use it. Let me duplicate my rectangle tool again. Okay, it's for me to be able to move the anchor point. Okay, it's for me to be able to move an anchor point. Okay, so what does this mean? Can you see? So I was able to drag this anchor point now, right? Good. So this is going to be the end of this section. So see you in the next video.